Hi guys, and welcome back for another Power Core class. Today we are going to be using no equipment and just our body weight, and we're going to get started here on our back. So come all the way down with your knees bent. Let's line up the feet hip distance apart, arms long by your sides. We're just going to focus in on this breath, this inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Nice big inhale through the nose, filling the lungs up. Exhale out through the mouth, emptying the lungs, melting into the mat. Trying to take away any tension out of the neck and shoulders. One more big one here. Taking a pause, just make sure the feet are lined up hip distance apart. You could reach down and tap your heels here. We're going to keep the arms by our sides, but move into our pelvic rock. So continuing our breath, just inhale to tip the pelvis down. Exhale to flatten that spine, tilt the pelvis up. Inhale, the belly softens. Exhale, we zipper up the low abdominals. Think from pubic bone to belly button, everything is drawing up and in. We'll go for 3. Keeping equal distance between the kneecaps. Last one here. As you start to tilt the pelvis up, we're going to continue this motion into our hip roll. Lift your bum up nice and high, squeeze the glutes. Round through the spine, pull that belly button down. Allow the pelvis to tip down at the bottom, and then again, scoop and lift. Squeeze the glutes to the top. Articulate all the way back down. I want you to keep your hips level here. Try not to lead with one hip or the other. Making this as smooth as possible. Let's move for 3 more. For 2. As much as we're warming up the glutes, we want to focus on the abdominals here. So glutes are those stabilizing muscles. Abdominals zippering up as we get to the top. And just relax at the bottom. Find this neutral spine, reach your hands up to the ceiling. We're going to let the shoulders lift, rotating the hands outwards. Sink the shoulders down, spin the hands inwards. It's like you're screwing on and off a light bulb here. Getting this stretch between the shoulder blades. We're going to exhale to lift. Inhale down. One more big one here. Good. Let the palms of your hands face each other. You're going to let the knees fall open away from each other. Draw them back up to the ceiling. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. We're keeping the hips level here. Trying not to rock side to side. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. We go for 4. Good. For 3. Try not to arch the back. Feeling those low abdominals on here to stabilize. 1 more. Now we're going to add in some arms here. Bend the elbows, pull them down towards the floor as you open the legs. Reach everything back up to the ceiling. Inhale down. Exhale up. Try not to puff out through the chest or lift the ribs. We'll go for 4. For 3. Inner thighs working a bit here. 2. And last one. Good. We're going to stay with just the one leg. Right leg dropping open and close. And then left. A little bit trickier here to keep the hip bone shining up to the ceiling. But I want you to stay level again through the pelvis. This means your abdominals are working a little bit hard. Cinching up the waist here. Zippering up the belly. We're going to move through 4. For 3. 2. Last one, let's add in our arm. Opposite arm to leg, elbow pulls down to the floor, lining that up with your shoulder. Keeping that other leg nice and still. Bit of coordination, bit of balance here. Lots of abdominal control. Inhale down, exhale up. We go for 3, for 2, and last one. Good, keep the arms reaching up. We're gonna lift this leg into tabletop, your right leg here, and then bring it down, but try not to let it be heavy. Keep this light quality as you lift the left leg now up to tabletop. And down. I want you to move from your hips, keeping this light quality throughout. Try not to change the spine. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. For 3, 2. Last one. Leave this left leg lifted. Reciprocal toe taps. As this left leg comes down, the right leg is coming up. Abdominals are on the whole entire time. Try not to arch that low back. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lift both legs into tabletop here. Hands behind the head. Make sure thigh bones are straight to the ceiling, that you're not pulling the knees in and lifting the feet. Find that 90 here. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting up into our outgrow. Inhale down. Exhale, lifting head and shoulders. Drawing that chest high. We're looking towards our thighs as we lift. Thinking of pulling down the bottom of the ribs to top of pelvis. Keeping the legs nice and still, just the upper body drawing up. We're going to add on here in 3, in 2, hold this next one here, double toe tap, both toes down to the floor, and up, lower the head down. So separating each piece of this movement, we're moving from the hips, you're drawing the legs down as low as you can maintain core control. If you start to arch your back and you're popping through the belly, I want you to shorten this range of motion and not go as low with the legs. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Beautiful. We're going to move through 3 more, adding on our next piece here. For 2. Good. Next one here, you're going to find that toe tap. Keep the head, the chest lifted here. You're going to extend your legs out nice and long. Squeeze those quads. Pull it in. Lower down. We lift. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale. Lengthen through the legs. Exhale. Pull it back in. Lower the head. So we want to send energy through the legs. We're not just letting them flop into that lengthened position. We're squeezing. We're active all the way up to our toes. And down. Good work. We're going to go through 4 more here. Keeping steady through the upper body as the legs move. For 3. Good. For 2. Last one, we're going to stay with just the leg movements here, staying lifted through the upper body. Here we go. Tapping down, extending long. Stay lifted. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Good. Can you lift your chest a little bit higher? Try not to bend through the knees as you move through that toe tap. Really feeling that abdominals working here. We have 2. Last one. And relax. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Give a little shake out. Rock of the knees side to side. Good. We'll just rock the head side to side, taking out any tension through the upper body. reach the legs out nice and long, hip distance apart. Let's flex the feet, reach the arms all the way up. Big inhale. On your exhale, we're gonna roll up nice and slow, coming up and over towards the feet. And stack the spine up, tailbone to the top of your head. We're gonna round all the way down, pulling that belly button to the chest. Reach the arms without opening through the chest. Exhale up. Finding that abdominal control to take you into that position. Remember to modify, you can always draw the fingertips to the back of the thighs. Use your hands to assist. Or maybe just focus on that ab curl again instead. We want to think about quality over that full range. We'll go for 2. All right, last one here. Good. All right, from here we're going to flip around onto our hands and knees, finding our 4-point position. I want your wrists right under your shoulders, your knees right under your hips. You know the drill. Lengthen out through the spine, tuck the toes. We're going to find our knee taps here. Nice deep inhale. On your exhale, lift. Inhale down, gently tap. Exhale, lift. Keeping it moving here. Zippering up those low abdominals. Just moving an inch. We go for 4. Really pressing the floor away. 3, 2. Hold it here, walk it out to your plank. Make this so smooth. Try not to shift through the hips. Take it down. We lift, opposite leg walks out and in, all the way down. This little tiny moment of rest in between. Making this smooth. So we're really focusing on trying to shift the pelvis side to side, but also not up and down with the bum as well. You have 3. Good. Equal weight in both those hands. We're trying not to dip down through the head and neck. And last one. Good. We're going to stay in this hover here. Just walk it out. Try not to tap the knees down in between. Maybe picking up the pace just slightly here. Breathing through it. Staying in control. You got this. Good. For 3, keep those shoulders stacked over your wrists for 2. And last one, bring it in. Let the knees widen, toes together. Send the bum back for your shallow stretch. Reach those fingertips away from you. Slow the breath down. Slow the heart rate down. We'll slowly walk it back up, finding our 4-point position again. We're going to flow through a little cat stretch here. So scooping up the belly, rounding the spine, and then arching through the back, lifting chin and tailbone, softening the belly. Exhale here. Inhale into your cow. Really exaggerating each shape of the spine. Nice stretch. Take advantage of this moment for 2. And last one. Good. All right, lengthen through the spine again. Tuck the toes. We're going to find our knee taps. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Down and up. That quick exhale to lift back up. Good. For 3, 2, 1. You hold it here. Walk it out. Walk it in. Tap your knees down. Same thing we just did. We're going to mix it up in a little bit here. Nice and smooth. Find that control. Try not to rush the movement as much as you want to. This is how you get stronger in those plank positions, This is how it gets easier, by doing it over and over again. You have 2. Good, last one, we're gonna stay out in this plank. I want you to drop your knees down and up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. The feet don't move. We lightly tap and lift you up. 5, and you're done with this. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Knees widen, toes together. Find the shell stretch again. Take one more big breath here. And then we'll slowly walk it up. All right. We are going to come on to our bum here. Feet in front of us, knees softly bent. We're going to stack ourselves up, moving through some rollbacks. We're going to take our hands behind our head. From here, you're going to tuck the tailbone under, round the spine, leaning back to find this C-curve shape, and then lengthen up nice and tall. Inhale, drawing belly button to spine, scooping back, finding your range here, and then lengthening tailbone to the top of your head. If hip flexors are an issue for you here in this position, you can let the knees flop open nice and wide. Moving through this same work, just with a wider position of the knees. Good, we're gonna go for 4, maybe challenging that range, how far you can scoot back. Trying not to lean forward when you come up. So we're trying not to come all the way forward because that takes tension off the abdominals. It may feel good, but we want to keep longer time under tension to work those abdominals. All right, we're gonna add in our rotation. You're gonna scoot back. As you come up, you're gonna spin your ribs to the right, find that rotation. Again, scooping back. This time we spin to the left, finding that length again through the spine. Inhale back, exhale up. Oh yeah, I'm really feeling it today. I did a few of these movements yesterday. My body remembers. And we got those Pilates shakes happening as we lean back. Amazing, one more. Good work. We're gonna take it all the way down here onto our back. We're gonna lift our legs into tabletop. We're gonna move through a little dead bug series. So we're gonna start with your right hand on your left thigh, adding some pressure here. Left hand reaches up to the ceiling. Inhale, drop your arm and leg. Exhale, pull everything in. As you pull everything back in, I want you to press this right hand into your left thigh. It's gonna turn those abdominals on a little bit more. We're staying through this neutral, trying not to arch the back as you lower arm and leg. For 3, for 2. Last one like this. We add our ab curl. We take it down, lift the head and shoulders, draw the left hand right down to your hip, all the way back down with arm, leg, and head. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Press into your thighs. You lift that chest as high as you can. Inhale, down. Use your breath as a tool here. You have 4. For 3. 2. And last one. Stay lifted. Just your arm and leg go. The head stays lifted. You press harder into that thighs. Everything comes in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. You have 5. 4. Don't let that chest lower. 3. 2. And last one. Good work. Bring it down for a moment. Give it a little rock out side to side. And we're going right on to the other side. Find that tabletop again. Left hand to right thigh, right arm to the ceiling. We keep the head down to start. Inhale. Exhale up. Zippering up the belly here. Finding this hover of arm and leg. You're in control of how low that is. Remember to find this pressure into your thighs. You pull everything in. Good for 2. last one like this. We add in our ab curl, lift the head and shoulders, draw right hand down to hip. Inhale back, exhale pull. Keep breathing through it. You got it. You have 4. Get ready to hold it at the top. 3, 2. Next one here, you stay lifted in this ab curl. Just your arm and leg go. Pull it in. Keep the shape of that right leg so still. Inhale, exhale. You got 5. Almost done with this. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Draw it in, lower the head. Good work. Rock it out side to side. All right, home stretch here. Last little bit of hard work before we stretch it out. We're gonna take the legs straight up to the ceiling. Arms straight up to the ceiling. Opposite arm to leg is going to lower and lift. Opposite arm to leg and lift. We're alternating here. Inhale down, exhale up. So very similar sequence to our dead bug, but now we are working with straight arms and legs. We go for 4, 3. You're in control of how low the legs go. Make sure you can maintain core control on this. All right, we're gonna go for both arms and legs, lowering as low as you can, and up, back to alternating, 1 on each side. Inhale down, exhale up. The goal isn't to get your legs as low as you can, it's about maintaining core control. And I want you to challenge yourself, but we don't want to be losing it, arching the back, or popping through the belly. So find your range for you today. We got 2 more here. You guys are killing it. Beautiful. Last one. We go low with those arms and legs. Bring it up. Now I want you to peel your head, your shoulders up, reach your fingertips towards your toes. You go right back down into that leg lower. Exhale up. Keep that tailbone planted. Just the upper body lifts there. Good. 5, 4, 3. Last 2. 1 more leg lower here. Lifting up for just your toe touches. You go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Bring the arms down, bring the feet down nice and wide. Let's sway those knees. Get a little twist through low back. Stretch it all out. Awesome work, guys. We are going to finish with just a few stretches here. Let's bring it in. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Big circles going outwards, opening up through the hips, alleviating any tension on the hip flexors that you can feel in those positions with the legs moving. And we'll take it the other way. Amazing. Plant the feet down. We're going to take it all the way up. Let's stretch out those abdominals. Walk the knees back. We're going to send the bum all the way to the heels. Pressing forward into this extension. So good. Pressing back. Rippling forward, allowing the hips to dip. Soften through the belly. Lift the chin. Take it back. Good. We'll go one more time. Taking a pause here. Lifting the head all the way over to the right. And all the way over to the left. Good, and take it back to center, or all the way back, knees wide, toes together, walk the hands over. We'll find that pull, look under your right armpit. And walk them to the left, right hand on top. Pull away, look under your left armpit. And back to center. Slowly walk the hands all the way back up. Amazing work. We are all done with today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.